Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, everybody. Continuing with a series I started a while ago called John reads a book called a boy called Arsenal, a book. This is hashtag number 7. The report fishes with several recommendations to a way forward that cover very important topics as follows. In identifying triggers to self-harm from which strangers can cope. Difficulty, a word I can't read. Employment. A 4-week program offered to newly diagnosed adults to prevent self-harm. That's a paragraph, I'm saying. Another paragraph. I think the most important point here is that Arsenal now had a name, a handle, a condition for the way he had been behaving the whole of his life. He also had a goal. He had 2 daughters who had never believed that believed they had a dad who loved or cared for them. One more Van, but other due to the difficulties in age, or differences in age, He was going to do something about this. He could find solutions and mend his relationship with Sam, whilst ensuring his relationship with his daughters never became futile. What of his wife of 20 years? How would this news impact their relationship? As it turned out, that would be very person I know personally, and he got diagnosed with autism a few years ago when he was 49. He's like 50 something now, I think. I'll link it in the description because it's been a while since I've done a video on this. The second report from Dr. W is written 6 months later on the 5th of December 2011, so it might be in 60s now because it's like 13 years ago. But yeah, get an idea. From which we get an insight into how Arsenal is coping with his diagnosis. Arsenal has met the doctor at 3 separate outpatient clinics at Oldney Hospital to make a cognitive assessment. The test included 2 physical tests. Sorry about Discord. For the record, these were the Wenschler adult in something or other, but brackets WAIS and the ABAS. The WAIS is a psychomatic IQ test, basic IQ test, I think. This test showed Arsenal to be below average range, based on the average for the general population of 800. These tests covered variable comprehension, parental reasoning, working memory, and processing speed. The ABAS makes a complete assessment of the daily functionality skills of an individual, He scored support. His score supported what Arsenal had been experiencing for all of his life. Now this is another paragraph. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I may skip some because I can't read them. His ability to communicate with others was generally quite poor. He lacked verbal impression. Information was fine, but Arsenal never searched for information. He had no friends and poor relationship with his family members. He embarrassed or hurt people by not reframing and couldn't respond sympathetically by listening and sharing things for people. That's the end of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 paragraph. But now he knew and had a name for it. Now this is an interview between Arsenal and himself, actually, I think. No, I'm wrong. I haven't turned the page correctly. Yeah, it's the right page. Yeah. Sometimes it's Arsenal and the person who actually wrote the book. Arsenal, you seem a very... Oh no, Alan, sorry. It is Alan, yeah. Alan, you seem a very passive person, and yet you tell me you were always angry. Arsenal, I am a very passive person now, but didn't used to be. In 2011, I went to Kings Park Community Hospital, and they wanted to put me on medication to control me because I was so angry. I used to harm every day, and Arsenal stopped talking at that point, and I offered to talk about his self-harming on another day. He is extremely open with me, but still there are triggers that he is dealing with that make him angry, and he comments to put sides in his imaginary slide, something or other, word I can't read. At the time, the family are also trying to come to terms with Arsenal's autism diagnosis. And in one of his classes, that that makes sense. In one of her classes that she is taking at college, Samantha learns about Sally Ann test. I've never heard of that. This is something I had never heard of, says in the book. I needed to educate myself. Tests developmental psychology and measures a person's social cognitive ability to attribute false beliefs to others. The flagship of the Sally Ann test was Simon Barno, Alan M. Leeson, and Utter Frith in 1985. In 1988, Leslie and Frith repeated the experiment with human actors rather than dolls. That doesn't sound good, but okay, but times the past was the worst, eh? and found similar results. After learning about the test at college and trying to understand her dad's recent diagnosis, Sam came home to see if she could apply the test to her home surroundings. But with her dad, rather than actor or dolls, the doll were named Sally and Anne, hence the test name. Alan, because you got the ball, it didn't matter about Pip's legs, in that something of autism. Arsenal. Yeah, I think some of my reactions are called thought of mind. They did a test on me, and it's a long paragraph to read. And it's so simple. My daughter did the test actually, and I told Eldney that's your theory of mind skills. If you told me your theory of mind skills are really poor, and what the test was, my daughter was in college doing psychology. I read a long word. Oh my god. And they did a little bit on autism, and she told the teacher go home tonight. Just try this. And she tried it, and when it was, there was Samantha and me and Nicola, me wife at the time. We were stood in the kitchen, and Samantha said to her mum, "I'm going to try something now, Mum." And what the test actually was is that Nicola put her mobile in the drawer here. Arsenal opens a drawer in the kitchen to his right, and then that's in brackets. And then I've lost my place. And then she went out the room. Samantha got the phone out of the drawer, and put it in one of the Sam then said to me, "When Mum comes in, where is she going to go to get her mobile?" And I went in his and I went in this cupboard. Arsenal identifies the second location the phone was moved to the cupboard. And then Sam burst into laughing and said, "That's just what the teacher said you'll say." And I go, "Yeah, because it's in there, that's where it is." But Mum's been out of the room, so she still thinks the phone is in the drawer. I don't think that, yeah. And we nearly had an argument about it because I was shouting, no, it's in here in the cupboard, not the drawer. See, I couldn't see that Nicola didn't know the phone had been moved. I knew where it was, so therefore she knew where it was, because I had seen it move from the drawer to the cupboard. I thought everyone being in capitals, knew it was here. I think it was called the Sally Ann test. Sally Ann being hyphenated, by the way. And we'll do a little bit more, do one more paragraph, and then that'll be it for the video. So effectively, whatever is everyone else information. So if he had decided that he is going to going to self-harm for whatever reason, you can understand why others didn't do the same. And they won. That is the next 3 pages of Boycott Arsenal. And for the new viewers, hello. There's since I last read that, there's 30 new people. Thank you everyone for subscribing and liking. If you haven't already subscribe, and if you haven't already like. And Fox, if you're watching, comment down below 69,720. Let's see. If anyone else is watching this time, type that number in, and to the people who aren't actually watching, let's fool them. Yeah? But everyone, I'm not going to bother uploading Minecraft videos for a bit. I thought, let's just do a bit of a Boycott Arsenal. And as always, goodbye.